14 years ago, California became the first state to make medical marijuana legal. 14 other states have since followed our lead. Now California could become the first to legalize pot for recreational use. In tonight's Assignment 7 report, ABC 7's Vic Lee looks into Proposition 19.
Buying a joint could soon be as easy as buying a drink. Last week, the governor signed a law that makes possession of less than an ounce of pot into a minor infraction, with a maximum fine of just $100. But it's still illegal to sell marijuana unless it's for medical use. That could change.
Proposition 19 decriminalizes, regulates, and taxes marijuana.
Joseph McNamara was San Jose police chief for 15 years. Now he's a fellow at Stanford University's Hoover Institution.
Let's be honest, the drug war against marijuana has failed. Anyone who wants marijuana in California can get it. And yet we keep doing more and more of what has not worked.
McNamara is supporting Proposition 19. It would allow anyone over 21 to have up to an ounce of marijuana. You could also grow a limited amount at your home. Smoking pot would be banned in public, at schools, and in front of minors. Commercial production and sale of marijuana would be allowed, but for that, each city and county would create their own regulations and impose taxes.
And it's a golden opportunity for California voters this election day to strike a blow against the drug cartels and drug gangs and to greatly reduce violence and crime that flows from the prohibition of the drug.
The city of Oakland is already taxing medical marijuana and making plans to permit large-scale industrial growing. Selling pot for recreational use could mean a lot more tax money for any community that okays it. The state legislative analyst estimates marijuana taxes could bring in hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Supporters say legalizing pot would also save money by freeing police and prosecutors to tackle other crime.
Our prison population has people there for marijuana possession charges and dealing that should not be in prison.
But opponents paint a very different picture. Pete Dunbar is police chief of Pleasant Hill.
Price will go down and consumption will go up, which means more people will be under the influence of marijuana, which means more people will be under the influence of marijuana driving a car.
The two sides also disagree on the finances. The No campaign says Proposition 19 could cost the state because it violates federal law. That means Washington could try to withhold money from state programs.
Going against federal law is not something you want to do when you have $9.8 billion money tied to education and drug-free workplace. That money could be gone.
The Obama administration has not said what it will do if Proposition 19 passes. But some cities and counties may decide not to allow marijuana sales. So, Chief Dunbar believes there will still be a black market for pot in those areas.
There's going to be all kinds of different regulation, city to city, county to county, and we're not going to know each other's rules, so it's going to be very confusing in the state.
To counter that, San Francisco State Senator Tom Amiano is already introducing a bill that would create uniform rules for any city or county that allows pot sales. Supporters believe marijuana smoking may actually go down if Proposition 19 passes. They point to the Netherlands, where marijuana is legal, but consumption is lower than in the United States. Opponents don't buy it and say Proposition 19 sends the wrong message.
We will be hurting our young people. You know, on one hand, we are telling them not to smoke. On the other hand, we are telling them that using drug is fine.
Under Prop 19, giving or selling marijuana to anyone under 21 would still be a crime. So would driving under the influence of marijuana. Vic Lee, ABC 7 News.